Hello and welcome back everyone. Welcome back to another video. I'm Articsgaming, and today I thought let's discuss about the asset farms and has the Way of Winter update now made them redundant or not as useful as they used to be. Now for those who haven't played Once Human yet or have played it a small amount and don't know what an asset farm is, an asset farm is in essence something that you can set up in a polluted zone, and polluted zones are areas like you have up here in this corner here that allow you to collect stardust ore. And with these things here, whoops, I pressed the wrong button, there we go. With these lovely little units over here, the water pump, you can pump up what is known as polluted water. Polluted water can then go through your water refinery, which is these units here, or water filter, and get turned into the next set, which I think is unrefined acid, if I remember the name correctly. And you can put unrefined acid into barrels, your brewing barrels, to turn them into acid. And for those who have played quite a bit, you will know how important acid is, and especially in later games. Later in the game, because acid becomes a very important resource for both refining aluminium and titanium, as well as a lot of upgrades. Now, the thermal towers have actually got a little research that you can do, which allows you to produce acid, about 50 parts of acid every 1 hour. And it's actually in-game hour, I found, not out of the game hour. So if we go take a look at my acid, I used to have 500 here because I collected it recently. I now have 1050. Now, under the technological research, you have this research here called chaosium chemistry. And as you read here, the thermal tower fully recycles the wasted liquid from chaosium combustion, producing 50 acid in your depot every hour. And as you can see, I've got 100% waste there that I haven't purified, and I am getting acid. Now, I've not played the game for 2 days because I was busy, and when I came back in, I went to my tower and I had over 6,000 acid. I think it was 6,500 and some odd. And that's a lot of acid. Now, it used to be you'd have to wait for your water pumps to dredge up a lot of polluted water, and then you'd have to run it through the filtering process and then the brewing process, and it can take a good couple of days for you to maybe produce 1,000 to 2,000 bottles of acid. And if any of you who've seen my older videos would know, I used to have an acid farm with one of my areas, and I didn't produce that much acid. But if I come to my little storage chest, I collected all of this today, and there's already another 1,000 sitting there if you think about it. That's quite a bit. And I've got a nice little perk, which is if I use stardust ore and put mixed fuel, I can make stardust sauce. I used to have it, but I've now removed it. I used to be able to turn stardust sauce into acid, which not necessary with that research. I make way more and I don't need to waste my stardust sauce. So my question falls down to, have acid forms now become redundant? Now, I can say for the Way of Winter, because I'm playing the Way of Winter map, that you do need cold ore and hot ore, or hot rock and cold rock. Sorry, let me go here to make sure that's right. Yeah, cold crystal ore, and I believe the other one was hot rock. There it is, hot rock. You need that, I believe it's 60 of each, to start your thermal tower research. Without that, you can build it, but you can't start it. Now, I don't know about the minibus map area, which is basically this section here. Does it have those rocks available? If it doesn't, then acid farms are still a very viable source of acid in these areas. But if it does have those rocks, if it doesn't have those rocks, acid farms still very viable. But if it does have those rocks, and you can create a thermal tower there, well, I think acid farms might actually become redundant or not as effective anymore as a base for necessary things. Yes, maybe early game if you want to, but once you've got a thermal tower, you don't need an acid farm anymore. Now, saying that, they could patch the game in a later patch and actually make the acid you get from the thermal tower less effective. Maybe they might make you get less per hour, or they might make it take a lot more hours before you get your 50. They can do that. I don't know if they will, but it is a possibility. But after saying that, currently, my feeling, acid farms might not be as an effective resource gathering setup as it used to be. Whether that's good or bad, I'll leave that for you guys to decide. But for my side, it's actually made myself a lot easier, because now I can produce as much acid I need without needing to take out the unrefined acid, put it in the brewer, wait a couple of hours, or build a lot of those brewing stations to make it more useful. Yeah, so hope this video was informative for everyone. Until the next time, I will see you guys then. Have a wonderful evening and good night.